Kids are in bed?
Kids are in bed.
Welcome, everybody. Episode 27 of The Kids Are in Bed. I'm Tim Severson, and this is Jenni Severson. Jenni, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Great.
What's new?
What is new?
What is new?
Is that a thing we do now?
I don't know. I'm just matching the energy.
Oh, nice. I love it. Oh, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
What's new with you?
We rented a boat with some friends this week.
That was fun.
That was fun.
I like boats. Oh, it is so hard to swim.
Yeah, that's the reason I brought it up mostly is because you got in the water.
Rare occurrence, to be sure.
I saw you getting on the lily pad, and I thought that that's what you were going to solely do, is just kind of hang off the lily pad. But then I looked, and there you were, just treading water.
It's hard work.
Up to your chin and everything.
It's hard work treading water.
Yeah.
And then, because the moms got in, is when all the kids decided they wanted to try to swim without their life jackets.
Yes.
So there was 3 moms and 4 unlife jacketed kids.
Yeah,
and it was a situation.
It was a situation. It was a situation.
Just like treading water, holding 50-pound children. My back hurts.
I believe it.
I think I might be swimming wrong. It's the treading of the water that takes up all of the energy.
Yeah, swimming's hard work, for sure. And you don't do it.
Don't swim.
I'm actually quite amazed that you remembered how.
I don't even know.
What if you just would have sank? You really put a lot of faith into it being like riding a bike.
Well, I mean, there were lots of humans around me. I assume somebody would have jumped to action. Not you, apparently.
Yeah, it was. But we had great weather. It was perfect weather to be on the boat. Mm-hmm. We had a good day.
Pontoons are huge.
Yeah,
they're huge.
Yeah, we had
there
tons
were
around.
17 people on that pontoon, and I never even bumped into a single person.
Yeah, it's quite the party barge. Quite the party barge, for sure. It was. Yeah, it was super fun. I think I was in the minority of everybody on the boat of saying, like, I don't want to live on a lake. I don't want a boat. Everybody was like, really?
There was one other person who was saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were definitely in the minority.
Yeah.
I found that out, that you didn't want to live on a lake, like, I don't know, 15 years into marriage. I was like, I'm so sorry. What? I just thought we couldn't afford it.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to manage it.
Want to do it?
Yeah,
I was like, you mean ever?
Yeah, no, not interested. Not interested in that one bit.
There went my dreams. All in one night.
There went your dreams, all in one night.
That's all right. I made up new dreams.
Yes, there's always new dreams.
Yeah, that should be on a T-shirt.
It does. Well, there's always new dreams.
I'd wear the shit out of that shirt.
That'll be our first bit of merch.
Yeah.
So, everybody just send your sizes. It's like 30 people.
We can afford that because we don't live on the lake house.
Yeah. Oh, man. What else have we been up to?
Gosh.
I
don't even know.
I feel like nothing and a lot all at the same time.
Well, because maybe we already talked about this, but our summer really got in a rhythm. It was Taco Tuesdays, soccer, Friends Day Wednesday, golf, and Wine Wednesday, all in one.
Yep.
Soccer Thursday, and then it's the weekend.
Yeah.
It's the freaking weekend. And then it just rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
So I feel like that literally has been our last 2 months.
Yeah. Well, our roommate moved out, so we now have no tenant in our house.
Tenant. I think I don't know if that's the right term.
And so that happened.
Yeah.
I guess that was the other big thing. So we no longer. She saw one last live show before she left.
Yeah. Oh, the Olympics. You've been watching the Olympics.
The Olympics are great.
Me and Clementine are on a quest to watch every Cinderella movie.
Yep.
That has ever existed. I mean, the good ones, not like.
Which it turns out we keep coming up with more and more Cinderella, because then we watched Into the Woods.
That was a good pull. I don't think I would have pulled that. And there were parts that I was like, maybe the pedophile wolf was a little much for a 5-year-old, I think.
But I think that all missed her, too.
Yeah, that's true. And
it's no worse than Pepe Le Pew.
Well, I don't think she's watched that either.
Yeah,
what year do you think she was born? Also, they chop off the stepsister's feet to try to fit in the shoe.
Oh, yeah.
That was a little much, I thought, for her age. Yeah. And they peck out their eyes. It's a little graphic.
Yeah.
But she was fine. She loved it.
Yeah, she did. I was going to say, when we were going to the pontoon rental place at the marina, we drove past a house that had a giant gnome on a swing.
Oh, yes.
And across the street from that house was a tiny little cemetery. And Jude said, "Oh, look at that gnome." And then Jude, which I thought was really interesting and creative, just kind of came up with his own little story. And that he was waiting for his wife, and that he'd been sitting there waiting for her so long that the rain turned his beard green. Yeah. And I was like, that is just such an because there's no evidence that he was married.
Yeah.
And so he just came up with that. And just goes, no, his wife's dead and is in the cemetery across the street. And so now he just sits on the swing sad. That's a better story.
It was that's a better story that really got me. It was just like, oh, is it? And then you go, well, it's a different story. Not sure if it's a better one.
Both are good starts. Write them out. Let's see. Let's see which one. I mean, Clementine's does have a lot of room for a lot of mystery.
It does. It does.
Because all signs point to the gnome. Why is he just sitting there looking at his dead wife all the time? Keeping an eye on things.
Well, who said she's dead? And who said there's even a wife?
Clementine said that she's dead in the cemetery and he sits in the swing.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot more room for mystery.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Kind of know Jude's story. I think that's kind of her point. She's like, mine could go a lot of directions. Like yours is everybody knows that.
Kind of one and done.
Oh, yep. She's got a dark sense of humor. I don't know where she gets it.
Yeah. Who knows where that could have come from.
Shall we move on to the year 2013 or move back to the year 2013?
Sure.
Journey with me.
I would love to journey with you. What's this journey we're taking?
We are looking to see if we can now upset 2010 right now is currently, well, mine was 2012 for favorite years of the years we've been together. We are recapping the years, talking about movies, some music, and some stories. And then we're trying to decide which year is the best of our 25 years together. 2010 was an upset. 2012 was an additional upset, but not supported by you. So
I did not support that.
It's our first kind of split decision here. So let's go to 2013.
All right.
Let me remind you of what was going on in the year 2013. This was the year Nelson Mandela actually died. That is the real time. Lest you were still confused about whether or not he died in
I
prison.
thought he was still alive.
Yeah, okay. And apparently a meteor...
Oh, wait, that's Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is Nelson Mandela effect, isn't it? Didn't people think Morgan Freeman was dead?
Now, I'm not much for blaspheming, but that last one made me laugh.
And he wasn't? He was just alive?
And I think that was because he got into like a really bad car accident, and I think people thought he died in the car accident. I think is where that came from.
No, that was Anne Heche.
That was Paul Walker. I don't know where she gets that dark.
Where could it come from?
And I don't remember this, but a meteor exploded over Russia that year.
What?
Yeah, and injured 1,500 people.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know this information. I just found this out.
It was number 10 on the list.
It's the biggest meteor in more than a century to hit the planet.
It came out of nowhere, a bright speck in the sky, soon streaking across the horizon, followed by an almost apocalyptic scene, a blinding flash of light, and then all hell broke loose.
Are you sure that happened?
I don't know.
A meteor exploded over Russia and injured 1,500 people. I have never heard of this before.
And extensive property damage.
Well, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Sorry that happened.
Yeah. Those are the only two stories that aren't depressing. So there you go. The other stuff you can fill in.
How is 1,500 people minding their business and then being murdered by a falling rock?
They were injured.
Oh, they were injured.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. You're right. That's not depressing.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool to say, like, oh, where's that scar from? Meteor fell out of the sky.
Yeah. Sure it did.
I guess it depends on how severe the injuries are.
I would imagine it was probably mostly from the property damage, like glass and probably like eardrums like being hurt.
Yeah, this is not interesting at all. No wonder we never heard about it.
Exactly.
1,500 people got shattered glass
Yeah.
on their back.
Yeah.
Wow,
we've really shifted moods on that.
That's not interesting at all. That's not. No wonder we didn't hear about it.
All right, moving on. This was the year that Miley Cyrus got into a little bit of hot water for her performance at the VMAs.
Listen.
Dressed like Beetlejuice or whatever she had going on.
I love Miley. I support.
Wild Miley.
I love Miley.
Yeah. This was the year that Northwest was born.
Nice. Good. Welcome to the world, North.
Breaking Bad finale season was that year. We've talked about that.
Yep. Didn't watch it.
This was the year Jennifer Lawrence tripped going to get her Oscar.
Lovely.
Great movie. Blurred Lines came out.
Yes. Well, he was part of the Miley VMA fiasco.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that song and that music video came out.
Is this the year that we went to Breckenridge?
No.
I feel like I sang that song the whole Breckenridge trip.
Oh, yeah. We played that song out for a long time.
Oh,
yeah.
It was old, though?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I think by the time we were going to Breckenridge, it was like almost already nostalgic. Like we had played it out and then nothing. And then
we were bringing it back. Yeah. One last time.
Yeah.
Yep. Got it.
Oh, speaking of which, Paul Walker died.
Oh, no. Shoot.
It's been a long day.
I feel like we should really turn this around somehow. I feel like we've lost control.
Sharknado came out that year. Never saw it, but people did. And Justin Bieber, turned out he wasn't being such a cool guy. I think that was when he was like peeing in mop buckets in the back of restaurants. And he got caught on like CCTV peeing in like, I don't know, he was just being a jerk.
Justin Bieber, stop peeing in buckets. What are you thinking? Gosh darn it all to heck.
I can't remember what else he did, but yeah, he got himself into a bit of trouble.
Strange thing to do.
I think he's straightened himself out a bit, though.
Yeah.
He seems like to be a well-adjusted guy.
Well, also, I don't think you can be Justin Bieber level famous at that age and be any kind of normal.
No.
Don't think it's possible.
Yeah, it's true. It's this was also the year Amanda Bynes had her mental health stuff. I don't think it's easy being a child star.
It's impossible.
What's his name? From the Goonies, Corey Feldman. Mm-hmm. Have you seen any clips of his band?
No.
Oh yeah, he's got a band that he tours with, and it's like a it's kind of like a pop rock. He's definitely trying to go with a little bit of Michael Jackson-esque energy.
Mm-hmm.
It needs some work.
Oh.
They're definitely trying to work out some kinks, but
they'll get there.
I think someday.
They'll get there.
Shall we transition to movies and play our movie games?
Yes, please.
Box office 2013.
Okay.
Tell me who won.
I'm ready.
Frozen.
Ooh.
Man of Steel.
Boo.
The Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Ooh.
Iron Man 3.
Ooh.
Despicable Me 2.
Oh my goodness. I mean, so, it's not Man of Steel. That movie was terrible.
That was fifth. Ooh,
Fourth is Despicable Me 2.
That is right.
3 is Iron Man 3. Am I wrong? 2 is Hunger Games. 1 is Frozen. That's my guess.
Incorrect.
Dang it!
I think the Hunger Games was number 1 for sure. I think it went the Hunger Games, Frozen, Iron Man 3, Despicable Me, Man of Steel.
So close. So close.
Yeah.
I really thought that, the kids' movies, they can really take over because you get all those kid tickets.
Yeah, it was.
Some people got 7, 8 kids they're taking to that movie.
Those
add up.
It was very close between the Hunger Games and Frozen.
I believe it.
So, good job.
Thank you.
Very well done. Very well done.
Did we see Frozen
No.
without children? No.
No. I don't think I saw Frozen until, it was a long time afterwards. If it came out in 2013.
Probably by 17 or 18 you were watching it.
Yeah. 5 years.
Yeah. Oh. It's not that long.
I think it's a very long time to go without seeing a movie.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That grossed over $400 million in the box office.
True. 2 of them are animated.
Yeah.
I bet that doesn't happen that often.
It's actually happened quite a few times.
Well, son of a dirty nutcracker.
We've had a lot of double
corrected. My mistake.
All right, moving on to the Oscars. You tell me, or tell the world, who you would have given the award to for Best Picture.
Yes.
Remind you, the winner of that year was 12 Years a Slave, which we saw in the theater. Mm-hmm. And a man 2 seats down from us fell asleep and started snoring. And was snoring during some pretty graphic scenes. And I was like,
that.
Hey, man.
It's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
The rest of the list, as we go, rest of the nominees.
Mm-hmm.
American Hustle.
Ooh, yep.
Captain Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Mm-hmm.
Gravity. Her. Nebraska. Philomena. The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh my goodness. Whew.
That's a good list.
It is a good list. I do think the right film won.
Okay.
But I just do have to say that Philomena is a delightful film.
It is.
I really like that movie. It's really good.
Do you know what I would give it to?
What?
Nebraska.
Nebraska's good. Yeah.
Nebraska is a very, very good movie.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I really like that movie. It's so funny, it's so thoughtful, and it's shot so well. Bruce Dern is so good.
I'm pretty sure it's when half of America found out that Laura Dern had a father who acted.
Yeah.
Anyone under the age of 45, I feel like didn't even know he existed. They were like, Laura Dern has a dad? the lady from Jurassic Park? That movie is delightful.
Yep.
And depressing.
Yeah.
A lot of does.
I remember, I don't think I don't remember, did we like Gravity?
I did. I think it got a bad rep, though. A lot of people didn't like it. I loved it.
Yeah.
I like space movies, though.
Yeah.
You have to really kind of do something real wrong for me to say anything negative.
You're going to take a lot of liberties with me once you get me in space. I
just
really
like it. I like space.
make
I
up
think
all the
space
rules you
is
want.
Good. Everything
Yeah.
is possible. I loved it. I thought it was great.
So you're saying, though, that you would say 12 Years a Slave was the
But
correct.
also The Wolf of Wall Street is the most rewatchable of all of these.
American Hustle is pretty rewatchable.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Yeah. Captain Phillips got Minnesota on the map, didn't it?
And Dallas Buyers Club is really just a hoot, you know?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, what happens in Dallas Buyers Club?
AIDS.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
What else happens?
It's Jared Leto.
Oh, Jared Leto. That's what I was missing. Got it. Okay, got it. Yeah.
AIDS.
Philomena is my favorite movie on that list. The Wolf of Wall Street is my most rewatchable, but American Hustle is pretty good too. American Hustle is a better cast than it does film, in my opinion. And 12 Years a Slave should have won. Yep. Those are my choices.
I know I enjoyed 12 Years a Slave, but I don't really remember it. But I also don't want to rewatch it.
Yeah.
You know? Seems like I remember feeling very sad.
Yeah.
And very mad at the guy snoring in the front row next to us.
I mean, it was powerful.
Yeah. And then after that, honestly, we've talked about there wasn't much in the way of movies that I really care about. I didn't like the Hobbit trilogy, just relatively speaking.
I don't think I saw any of those.
I really hated this year because this was the year The Hobbit, the Desolation of Smaug came out, and they always had to say that.
The Desolation of Smaug. Pre-book your tickets now.
And it drove me nuts. Oz the Great and Powerful. I actually just caught like the last 10 minutes of this. I saw it on.
Yeah.
I
don't think that was terrible. It was fine, wasn't it?
It was fine, yeah.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be more.
Yeah.
I think we
were let down.
It wasn't quite our Wicked level of excitement right now.
So excited.
But we were pretty excited for that movie.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to be really good.
Yeah.
I mean, Michelle Williams was in it. It seemed like it should have
been. It should have been better. Yeah. World War Z.
World War Z.
That's good. I love a good zombie flick.
Yeah. Now You See Me.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie.
That movie is so terrible.
I love that movie.
It's, what is it, Jesse Eisenberg and Isla Fisher and...
Who is it Mark Ruffalo? Or who's the...
Maybe.
Who's the detective or whatever?
I can't remember now.
That's because you're looking too closely. And what have I been telling you all night? The closer you look, the less you see.
Isn't Morgan Freeman in this?
I think
too?
Maybe.
I think it's a good movie.
You know so much about it.
I just remember really liking it. Be like, they're gonna get away with it. They're gonna get away with it. And there's some sort of twist situation, isn't there? Yeah, because the heist is actually the whole time a heist you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, it's all misdirection. It's a magic trick.
It's good.
A bunch of magic tricks within a magic trick.
Yes, so good. I like it. This next one was garbage. They made another one, and that one was not good. But the first one was good.
Did I see that one? Were you watching these movies in secret?
Could be.
Could be.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure though they like switched out Isla Fisher, or they did something where they just like switched out a character and like.
Oh yeah, just put in Amy Adams.
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna notice.
Yeah.
Feels racist. Moving on to music. We already talked about Blurred Lines.
Yes.
Thrift Shop. This was the year Thrift Shop came out.
You
obsessed
loved
with
that song.
So much so when my friend had a birthday, like the next year after it came out, I went to Goodwill and bought him, I think I got all but like 2 things from the entire list. I got him a keyboard. I couldn't find a kneeboard. I got him a boogie board. But yeah, I got a bunch. I got him Velcro sneakers, like the whole thing.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was very proud of myself for that.
Royals! Oh my God!
I've never seen a diamond in the flesh. we sing that all the time.
What happened to Lord?
I think she just kind of is chilling out. And she still makes music, but I think she's like a reserved person.
Oh.
And I think she just kind of hangs out.
So good.
Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Just Give Me a Reason. Pink.
I love that song.
It's a good one.
That song makes me cry.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Get Lucky. She's up all night to this song. Remember that one? We had a whole playlist of this. I mean, this list was our playlist on the road trips we took that year.
I'm digging it.
We took a couple that year.
We took some road trips that year.
Yeah.
We took several.
Yeah. Should we get into it?
Yeah. You skipped one, though.
Wrecking Ball?
Are you kidding me?
Are you going to the mall later? Yeah, actually, there is one that's really funny, and you have no association to this song, is Clarity.
I like Clarity.
That song, if I can listen to that, and I could probably get emotional to that song, because this song was so hot that year. It was playing. Well, we'll jump back to that.
Okay.
For our 5th wedding anniversary, we wanted to take a little trip, but we didn't want it to be a big thing.
Because we were going on a big, huge road trip, like a couple weeks later.
Yeah, we were heading out east.
Yeah.
So we want to do something, but it's got to be 6 hours or less. And we had already done Chicago the year before, and we had just done Kansas City the year before. Mm-hmm. And then
we just went to Madison too the year before.
Yeah, Madison.
We went in all the other directions.
Yeah. So it was like, where do we go?
North.
And I suggested Winnipeg because I had gone there once when I was like 13 or 14. It was the summer Big Daddy came out because I saw Big Daddy in the theater in Winnipeg.
They have theaters in Winnipeg?
They do. Talkies. And so you agreed. And we started driving north, and it is just a straight. You hit Fargo, and then you just go directly north. The road doesn't turn for like 200 miles, and when you hit Winnipeg, it just turns into a 4-lane like boulevard with stoplights, and it's just going through neighborhoods that are in kind of an industrial kind of feeling area to kind of just kind of a mixture of stuff. And we're driving through and I can feel it coming off of you. And I look over and you're wearing sunglasses and a single tear comes. And I'm like, it's not all like this. There's a city, there's a whole downtown, there are restaurants, there's stuff to do. It's going to be great. I had to talk you in.
You did, because I thought you drove me 6 hours to go to St. Cloud. I was like, is this St. Cloud? Like, why did we just drive 6 hours to go to St. Cloud? That's all I was thinking. I was like, what is this?
But we got there.
Yeah.
And
it was delightful.
It was amazing.
OMG, I love Winnipeg.
It was amazing, yeah.
Did we go back?
We did.
We did, yeah. I love Winnipeg.
Yeah, we found there's the Three Forks area that we went to, and there was patios galore.
Love patios.
And that's where that song, there was one, you remember the one where it wasn't really connected to a bar? We had to like walk to go order our drinks, but we were at like these wooden tables and we were overlooking the water. And that that song was playing while we were out there. And sometimes I hear that, and especially if it's warm, I'll get like super nostalgic for like that moment in time.
Yeah.
Because we were having so much fun.
So happy.
We were doing exactly what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were on like an anniversary vacation for the first time. We never took a honeymoon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like we never really had much where we were just doing something like that.
It was
And we had
great
so
trip.
much fun. That was, I don't know where they are, but that was when Vine came out. And
Yes.
I made like 4 Vines in my life. And one of them was us walking through that market in that Three Forks area, just knocking around in there. But yeah, that was such a fun trip.
I don't remember it being 3 Forks. Wasn't it just Forks? The Forks?
The Forks? Yeah, maybe.
Did you put an R in the? Like, isn't it just the Forks?
Oh, you know what? I think Three Forks is in Montana.
Oh,
Or is that Two Forks?
oh my God.
How many forks do you have?
I have 2 forks. I think it was just called
I have
the
no
Forks.
more forks to give.
The Forks. Yeah, nice. Good. Good. You fork an idiot?
Fork you.
That is where I had my very first Corona Rita.
Ah, yeah.
Which I thought was hilarious.
Across the border.
Because didn't we go to Mexico?
We did go
In
to
20
Mexico,
yeah.
yeah.
We went-
Before.
We went to Mexico
Yeah.
in 2013, but I had to go to Winnipeg to fall in love with Corona Ritas. And the whole time I was there, I was like, why wasn't I drinking these in Mexico?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're so good. I drank them for like 3 straight summers after that.
I have a picture of you making Corona Ritas that summer.
I became obsessed. I would buy those little Corona bottles everywhere I could
Yeah.
find them. Those were delightful.
Yeah.
I like to pull it up and like watch it like.
Yes, it was a whole ritual. I
It was
remember.
very fun.
I remember.
And the other thing that happened was I had the best steak of my life
Oh, yeah.
at an Argentinian steakhouse in Winnipeg. And I have been chasing that steak
Yeah.
for 11 years.
We when we went back, we couldn't even figure out what restaurant it
We
was.
couldn't find it. I've ordered every cut of steak
Yeah.
at every steakhouse in the Twin Cities, and I cannot get it back.
I think it might have had to do, especially since we could never find the place again. Mere buzz might have helped your enjoyment.
The Corona Ritas. It might have been the Corona Ritas.
My tongue is so raw from all the salt from my Corona Ritas. I can't taste the steak. It's delicious.
No, it was really good.
Yeah, you
It
loved
was
it.
good.
You loved it.
So that's what I remember is all of my south of the border delights.
Yeah.
That I enjoyed in Canada.
And that's when, and then we found out with your Hyundai Sonata that we could make it from Maple Grove, Minnesota to Winnipeg on a single tank of gas.
Get it?
But that meant that we had to get gas in Canada.
Why did we drive my car?
It was the newer car at the time.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. And we had to get gas. And you wanted Tim Hortons. You wanted to stop at a Tim Hortons, just to say that you stopped at a Tim Hortons in Canada.
Yeah.
So we found a Tim Hortons next to a gas station. And this gas station was full service, which I have never before or since experienced. So that's enough to really throw this guy for a big loop. And we pulled up, and a guy in a jean jacket comes out.
Was he also wearing jeans?
I can't remember. I think they were denim, but I don't think they were blue jeans. I think they're like dark. And he said, "What can I do for you?" And I said, "Just getting gas." And then he asked, "How much?"
Famous last words. What kind of a question?
And I looked up at the sign and realized Canadian dollars and liters versus gallons. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? I don't know how much a tank of gas costs, and I don't know how many liters go into my tank.
You get nervous at drive-thrus. You panic. When we go through customs at the river, every time, you panic.
Yeah.
And the customs person will say, "Have a nice trip." And what will you say?
You too.
You do.
And then I'll slam on the brakes and scream out the window, "You're not going on vacation."
So you are so awkward at every interaction like that, even when you're not trying to. Number one, I'm sure you had no idea how many gallons my tank was.
Oh, I did.
Let alone how to. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Good for you. Okay, so you don't know how to transfer to liters. Certainly.
Well,
certainly.
Hey, in all fairness, neither did he.
Yeah, he doesn't need to.
So that's what I asked. I'm like, how many liters to a gallon? He was like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, we're from America and it's gallons. He's like, oh. And what do you start saying?
Well, the thing that I've seen in every movie, I've also never been in this situation, but guess what? I've seen a movie before. Have you? What happens in those movies, do you suppose, when they drive up? What do they say?
They make it look really easy.
Say,
there's a lot more pressure than they let on.
They say, fill it up. So imagine my surprise when you couldn't put those 3 words together into a sentence. So I'm sitting next to you and I just said, just say, fill it up. But did you just say fill it up?
No, I asked him, what's average?
What's average?
For what? Like, what do most cars do? He's like, I don't know. Everybody does different things.
And to which I continued to say, just say fill it up. Just say fill it up. And then you tried to open.
Well, so finally you like hit me and you said, just say fill it up. And I go, oh, fill it up. He goes, okay. And then he walks back and you were just like, what was that? And I was like, I don't know. I panicked. And then he's like, hey. And I was like, oh, God. He's like, you need to open up the gas tank. And I was like, oh, yeah, sorry. So I just reached down and just grabbed. And then I just hear, and then he just goes, that's your trunk. And I go, that's my trunk. Sorry. But we got there.
Yeah.
And you got your Tim Hortons.
Yeah, which was disappointing.
Yeah. I didn't want to tell you. I thought maybe the magic would just kind of make it better. Kind of like the Corona Ritas in your steak.
Yeah,
but
no.
Guess we lost all that.
Can't be too greedy.
Can't be too greedy. So yes, so we did that. And then our other Canadian trip that year was...
Oh, yeah, we went to Canada twice.
Yeah. We drove out east to go to New York. And before we went to New York, well, yeah, did we go Canada the whole way? Yeah, we did.
I don't know.
Yeah, we went Canada the whole way up the 401 into Montreal. And that was fun.
I love Montreal.
We had so much fun.
We should go back there.
Yeah. Montreal was
beautiful.
Great.
It was so cool. At that point, I had only been to one European country in my life, I think. Yeah, I'd been to Italy.
Yeah.
And I was like obsessed.
Yeah.
With Montreal.
Yeah.
It is really the closest you can get.
Yeah. Well, the old Montreal down by the river is all cobblestone. A lot of people speak French. There's a lot of French cuisine and bakeries and things like that. So it's and the river's right there. It's beautiful. There's a lot of art going on all over the place. They've got the Notre Dame there. We've got lots of pictures of that. It was a super fun trip.
I loved it.
Yeah. The only thing that, we didn't...
Should we go to Montreal?
Yeah. What we didn't do, which is kind of surprising, is we did not venture at all towards the red light district of Montreal.
Well, of course not. We are very respectable people after all.
We are. But no, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun trip.
Mm-hmm. Those trips were like 3 weeks apart.
Yeah.
They were not, or a month at most.
Yeah, we packed a lot in that summer. Mm-hmm. And then we used to say things at this time of year like, where did the summer go? It's like we weren't home for a month.
Listen, though, I've been trying that out this year to not do anything, and it turns out...
Yeah, it's the same no matter what. You get to this time of year, and it doesn't matter.
It's the same.
But yes, that was the year that we went to Mexico for a friend's wedding. Mm-hmm. We talked about already in one of our first episodes being tricked by the kissing of the hands with the mother-in-law. The other thing of note is we did a Speedo day when we were down there. And I made the mistake because before we went and because I knew there was going to be Speedos going on, kind of how you say you have winter skin. I have skin that is baby skin, that hasn't seen the sun since I was 3. And so I went tanning for the first time and got in the tanning booth.
First time in your whole life?
No, first time. I think my mom made me go in 5th grade before we went to Disney World. And that's the only other time. And I got in. I was like, all right. I managed it, First time. I didn't do anything awkward. I wasn't naked when I wasn't supposed to be. Everything was going well. And then I was kind of mentally counting the time back. And I figured I had, because I think I was in for probably 10 minutes, right? If that. And I figured I was about halfway. And I just go, oh. And I was wearing boxer briefs that went halfway down my leg. So I panicked and just started trying to pull them into a thong as best I could, but there wasn't a lot of room in there. And so they just got stuck in a normal kind of V pattern, and I thought it was okay, but the V started pretty far down the thigh, so I just had these pasty white V's.
It was adorable. I thought it was a nice look. It was really easy to spot you.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought it was adorable. But can you believe that people used to go tanning?
Yeah.
Like, that is outrageous. That's like smoking on planes outrageous. Tanning beds.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Your mom had you go tanning when you were in 5th grade.
Just remember. Well, now, to be clear, I went twice so I didn't get skin cancer in Florida.
Just the idea that tanning beds were fine or they were okay.
Well, remember the girls that used to just live their lives just like they had been in the Caribbean for 3 years.
Yeah, they usually worked at the tanning salon.
Yeah, just constantly in those things.
Yeah. Just every day before and after work. I'm just going to pop in for a quick sec. I'm going to take my 10.
I actually hate the smell of tanning salons. They smell awful to me. I don't know what that smell is, but I don't like it. It's like
burning skin?
It's cancer cells. So we did Mexico, and we found out on that trip and reconfirmed on our most recent trip to Mexico that all-inclusives are not really our jam.
That's not our jam. It's not our thing.
Not our scene.
I'm not trying to do it.
We watched the Oscars from our resort room.
Oh, yeah.
We just called a whole night of our trip. We were so just I can't.
This last one was better.
It was better.
Because it was shorter.
Right.
When we went, this time we went 7 days, I think. Or too many.
Right.
It was way too many days. And so this last time when we just went last year, we were like,
shorter.
Cut it down.
Yep.
And I was fine. And especially when you have something planned every day.
Yeah.
Like this last one we went to, it was event. We had one free day.
Right.
And then we left and that was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, just with nothing planned, like a wedding or events that are going on, I would lose my mind on day 2
Right.
at an all-inclusive. No.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, not our thing.
But I want to try a cruise. But you don't want to try a cruise because you're like, well, if we don't like cruises, or if we don't like all-inclusives, we're certainly not going to like a cruise. But I kind of want to try it just to see.
I just don't want. I don't like the concept of the.
A lot of people really like them.
The timed excursions. Your best chance would be. Never mind. I'm not even going to say it. I can already see it in your eyes. I can already see.
I'm going to Montreal. We don't have time for a cruise. We have to go to Montreal. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
This was also the year we went to our first Kubb tournament.
Kubb.
And it was held in Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
We had friends a friend who grew up with us, his wife is from the area, and he told us about this game, Kubb, look it up. And it was like, okay, and we started playing. He's like, yeah, there's these U.S. nationals in Eau Claire every year. And I guess anybody can just sign up, but people fly in from all around the world to come compete in it. And we were like, well, let's do it. Let's get good at it and do it. Which, of course, let's get good at it and do it meant we would play it every now and then when we got together while we were drinking. And
yeah. Just backyard game.
Yeah. Yeah. And we showed up, and there were some pretty, do you remember? There were some pretty serious teams there. There was a team all in kilts. One guy had a holster that he made for the wooden dowels that he kept on his leg. And we drank John Daly's all day and somehow advanced to the quarterfinals of the U.S. Nationals and ended up taking 5th.
Crushed it.
It meant we had to go back on Sunday. It ended up being a 2-day thing, and we had to get up early. It was like 9 a.m, and so then we were racing to get there in the morning. We were all hungover, and then we just started drinking John Daly's in the park. We got to get back to where we were yesterday. Yeah. That's the only option, and we could not get back there. we failed at getting back there. So
it's a really fun game, though.
Yeah,
and anybody can play. You don't have to have any skill. That's nice.
Right.
I love games where you don't have to have skill.
I mean, it's one of those
to have fun.
To have fun.
Yeah.
Right.
To get 5th at nationals, you certainly have to have skill. I'm just saying, like, anybody can play, and it's still just like a good time.
We got by on good luck and alcohol, but the teams that won, they are very, very good at it. But yeah,
I just every time we play, we don't really play anymore. We used to play all the time.
Yeah.
You always get Kubb leg.
Yes, a lot of bending. The hamstring gets tight.
Gets real tight.
The problem with Kubb is you really can't actually get a game in when there are little kids around. It's near impossible.
Yeah, you don't want to hit them upside the head, do you?
Yeah, they run by, they can get hurt. They like to hit all the stuff over. It just never.
We're probably almost there.
We're getting close. Yeah.
Oh, we could be a team at Kubb. You could go back and beat your 5th place score.
There you go.
Severson family Kubb national champions. Oh my God, it's my new dream.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Go wake up the kids. We got to get in the back. We get some, pull our cars around.
Yeah, get some lights on.
Some lights out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm going to be so tough on them.
Yeah.
No snacks until you get the king.
Just wake them up every morning on the shin with a dowel.
Ow.
Time for practice.
Ow. I really do kind of want this to be my next dream. I am a little excited about it.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Damn it. Sounds like you're not going to support this.
I will support it. It just sounds like a lot of activity for you.
No.
Kubb
you
leg?
just have to stand and bend over.
One round of Kubb leg, and you're going to go, yeah, nope, not for me.
Well, I just need to stretch.
Well, there's always new dreams. Yeah.
So I've got my handy-dandy T-shirt folded up in my drawer.
The last memory that I want to bring up is from 4th of July. But as I was just thinking about this was the run that we went on. Winnipeg on our anniversary, 4th of July, we'll talk about, then the Kubb tournament, then Montreal, New York for like a week, and then home.
That's like 5 weeks. Yeah. It was a busy time.
It was a super busy time. But yeah, we had...
What are you doing this summer? No plans.
No plans. We had our buddy Zach had an apartment in downtown Minneapolis. And there was a pool and a little lawn area, but there was a limit on how many guests he could have. And he wanted to have a 4th of July little barbecue. And so we went the morning of to go get stuff to grill.
Yeah.
And we were walking
to the grocery store.
Yeah, walking down.
Well, we had just been to Winnipeg. What did I purchase myself in Winnipeg?
A Canada shirt
But
with
a
a big
Canada
maple leaf
t-shirt.
on it.
I loved my new Canada shirt.
And you woke up on America's birthday and decided, I'm going to wear my Canada shirt today.
So I did not think about that at all. I just had packed it. I don't think I even realized that it was the 4th of July.
Yeah.
It was just like, I don't know. I really didn't think it didn't enter my mind.
Right.
That I was putting on a Canada shirt on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
I just put on the shirt I brought.
Yeah.
Because we spent the night at his apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put on the shirt I brought.
It's just so funny now. I mean, you have American outfits planned for our entire family on the 4th of July, but that day you're just like, man, Canada. And Zach, when you put it on, he was like, that's an interesting shirt to wear today. And you're like, oh, yeah, I guess. And then you're like, nobody's going to notice. So then we were walking, I don't know, what is it? Probably 6 blocks to go get to the Kamarjaks to get brats or whatever we were getting. And a guy was not just biking.
He was an athlete.
Cycling. Yeah, he was on a road bike. He was moving as fast as a car, coming straight at us. And he goes by and then slows down, just turns and goes, Canada. And we fell out. It was so funny.
I don't think
nobody's going to notice. He might have been the first human being we saw.
Canada. I thought Zach was going to die.
Oh,
he was laughing so hard.
Yes. Yeah, that killed him. But
was that the year with the pizza rolls?
Yes.
Yeah.
We bought all sorts of stuff to grill, and we had no grilling utensils. We had no plates. So we had to really do some work to try to eat. And then I don't even know whose idea that was to tinfoil up some pizza rolls and throw them on the grill, but we
never
didn't do
done that before or since.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if that's like safe.
I mean, I don't see why not. You can put them in an oven as long as we left them in there long enough.
I love that though. And I love how you say like, we didn't have any plates or utensils. We just didn't buy any. It was like we got back and started grilling and we were like, oh, where's the grill stuff? And it's like, I didn't get any, did you? I was like, I didn't get any, did you? So like, here's like, I feel like you really downplayed that. Like, we didn't have any stuff. Yeah, we had to get all the stuff.
You know how it's just Zach, when we're in those situations, he always gets ultra defensive really fast. It's like, oh, you don't have any grilling stuff? He's like, no, it's not like I own a house and a backyard. I don't barbecue all the time. It's like, Jesus, okay.
But there were plastic forks involved.
Oh yeah, it was a nightmare. We were using chip bags somehow to like, I don't know.
Pick up hot dogs off the grill or something?
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
It was a mess.
It
was so fun though.
It was so fun.
It was so fun to just lay by the pool, celebrate America's birthday in my Canada t-shirt.
And then we went down to St. Anthony, Maine, where that summer as well, we took our 5th anniversary pictures.
Oh yeah. Huh.
We've got those hanging up in our house.
Yeah. That is...
You look amazing.
Oh my gosh, thanks, you too.
No, I don't. But you really do. You look.
It's because we went to Mexico that year. I was trying to be fit. I worked out like 5 times.
I do have a picture of you doing push-ups in our hotel room the first morning in Mexico. Those were the only push-ups you did the entire vacation, as I recall. One last pump in before everybody sees me down by the pool.
I think I was planking.
Oh, were you planking?
I can't imagine I was doing a push-up.
Oh,
maybe
planking.
I was, but I think I was more likely I was planking.
I feel like I was laughing pretty hard. I don't laugh when you plank, but I do laugh when you do push-ups.
When I plank, I haven't planked in 10 years.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. There was something about that where I was like, I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to get fit. And then I worked out like 5 times and I was like, I'm so buff. Be like, I just gotta plank this real quick, kind of tighten it up.
Accomplished.
I love those pictures.
Fit. Of Mexico?
No, our anniversary pictures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're great pictures. I don't look great. You look really good.
I think you look great. I remember it was raining, and it rained on our wedding day.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, rained on our wedding day. It's raining on our anniversary photos. But they actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah, there's some good ones. Some of them are a little cheesy,
Yeah.
but there's some other ones that
We're a little cheesy.
We are a little cheesy. That's true. That's fair. That's fair. So, that's a lot.
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was trying to get fit that year. That's the year that I ran my first 5K.
Oh, yeah.
Crushed it.
Yeah.
Turns out 3 miles is not very far. For some reason, I thought 5Ks were really far. People would be like, I'm running a 5K, and I would be like, Jesus, you are what? It's not really that far.
No, it's not that far.
I ran it, and it was not that hard. I'm not that impressed anymore with people who run 5Ks. It's like 3 miles.
It's like the least amount of Ks you can do.
I was really proud of myself, though, when I first got done.
I was proud of you, too.
Thanks.
So, what say you? 2013.
I really liked how surprised I was by 2010, so I might be holding on to the surprise. But listen, this was fun. We went on, that's a lot of fun trips.
Yeah.
We went to different countries.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, we traveled internationally.
We're international travelers 3 times in like 6 months.
Yeah. Twice to Canada.
I did, yeah. All right. I'll bite.
2013. All right. We've got a new leader. And we've got 10 years to go. 9. I don't know if we're going to recap this year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
To date.
Yeah.
All right. Should we go check on the kids?
Let's go check on the kids.
See you next week.